All right, this week it's time to get into the Bane program review. So, Bane program is basically you're training like Bane himself. So, as my glasses are all dirty and everything. So, anyway, it's a month-long program from Athlete X, and I just finished it up this morning. So, it's 4 weeks, and the workouts are a progression. So the first week, what you're doing is you have two total body workouts, two calf and carry workouts, and what's known as a prison break workout. So you start off day one with a total body workout, and then day two is calf and carry. So total body, you're doing several different exercises for your whole it's like the total body split and everything. So, and you're all also doing with there's 6 exercises for the total body routine. And what you're doing is for the first 3, like for instance, like you'll start off with squats, and then you do face pulls. You do 4 sets of like a set of squats at 10 reps. So like you'll take maybe your 12 rep max, or maybe your a 8 rep max actually. And what you do is you do 8 rep max at a 10 reps, then you go down to 8, and then 8, and then 6. So it's like a descending order with your reps and everything. So at the end of each set of your squats or whatever, you're doing a set of 5 face pulls. So what you do is you do the face pulls, and then you hold it for 5 seconds, release it, and then you do basically 4 sets, 5 reps of face pulls with a 5-second hold. And so you do that for your first 3 exercises. So like I said, you will do squats, and then maybe you do a bench press, and then maybe you're doing a rows or something. And so at the end of you do 4 sets of each of those exercises, and at the end of each set you do the 5 face pulls with a 5-second hold, and then you're doing another 3 sets of exercises. And now this one is really shoulder, calf, and forearm centric and everything. So because that's your total body workouts, day 1 and 5. Calf and carry, you're pretty much doing farmer's carries, which is going to primarily your forearms, plus at the end you also concentrate on calves. So the first calf workout, what you're doing is 50 steps with the farmer's carries, and then you do 50 you set them down, you have a 10-second rest or whatever. So basically rest pause concept, and then it's a triple set of 50 steps farmer's carries, 50 steps farmer's carries on your toes, and then calf raises to failure. So it's farmer's carries, 10-second rest, the pretty much maybe catch your breath or give your forearms a quick break, 50 steps on your toes, and then you're doing calf raises to failure. And so you're doing 5 rounds of that for day 2. Day 3 is prison break, so it's based on the 400 challenge. So what you're doing is you're taking 4 exercises, and you're doing 400 reps, 100 of each of those. For instance, a wide grip shrugs, and then what you do is the dumbbell Erlachers, and then Gravedigger, where you take a single dumbbell, basically do the up and over. And so then the 4th one is you do a dumbbell, a grip squeeze, goblet squat, and you, like you said, you do 400 reps, 100 each of those, and it's timed just like the concept of the 400 challenge. So that's the prison break. So that's day 3. Day 4 is the calf and carry, but it's overhead. So what you do is you take 1/4 of your body weight. And so for me, weighing about 163 pounds, I take 40-pound dumbbells, and I do 30 steps overhead, 30 steps overhead on my toes, and then I do calf raises to failure. And so you do 5 rounds of that, and then so that's day 4. Day 5 is your final total body workout, and then of course you have 2 rest days or whatever. and then like that basically repeats for the whole month and everything. So the only big difference is like the last week is it's actually 6 days. So like you do like the total body on day 1, calf and carry on day 2, prison break on day 3, calf and carry on day 4, overhead. Day 5 you do total body. Now big thing is like with your prison break is that like each week you're increasing the reps. So like week 1 you're doing 100 reps per exercise for a total of 400. Week 2 you with your prison break you up it to 120 reps per exercise. Week 3 is 130, and then the fourth and final week you're doing 150 reps for your prison break workout. So you could quite possibly like do what I did and keep the weight the same because your reps are increasing. So you're probably going to see your time increase like I did like the last 2 weeks or whatever. I went from like 12 minutes and 44 seconds in week 3 to like 13 minutes and 6 seconds in week 4. Mainly due to the fact that even with keeping the weights the same, you're increasing each exercise by an extra like 20 reps. So you're doing an extra 120 reps and everything. So that's, I would say, keep the weight the same and everything. And then like the next time, like you could always come back and repeat this program. And like with the prison break, okay, well, hey, look, I did like for instance, I was doing 135 pounds on the shrugs, and I was using 30-pound dumbbells for like the dumbbell Urlockers and the grave digger, and I was using a 60-pound dumbbell for the squeeze grip goblet squat. So like 135, 30, 30, and 60. And so I kept the weight the same throughout the whole like 4 weeks. And as I said, like going from week 3 to week 4, I increased like an extra 22 seconds. But like you figure an extra 22 seconds for 120 extra reps and everything, you can kind of see like how you can increase like your workload by doing the prison break workout. So the final week is they add like a 6th day to kind of like give you a challenge, the bane of your existence. So like the concept of this challenge is like you take your 12 rep max of like 3 exercises: dumbbell bench press, bicep curl, and barbell squat. So like pretty much it's like on the minute, every minute type of deal. So like for instance, the dumbbell bench press, you do 1 and then set them down and rest the whole rest of the minute. Then you sit down and then you do 2, rest for the rest of the minute, and then like ascend in order from 1 rep to 2 to 3 to 4, all the way up to 12 reps on the 12th minute. And so if you can get all like 12 rounds, like especially like in the later rounds, like when you're like the final round where you're sitting there doing 12 reps, you score like a perfect 12 out of 12. And the same kind of concept of bicep curl, like you take like your 12 rep max, you do 1 for the first minute, and then ascend in order, 2, and then you do 3, 4, all the way up to 12 for the whole, and the 12th and final round, you're doing 12 reps and everything for the bicep curl. Barbell squats, same concept, 12 rep max, you do 1 rep for the first minute, 2 reps for the second, all the way up to like for the 12th minute, you do 12 reps. So basically it's 36 minutes of hell. So like what really killed me with the challenge today was the squats, because that's a killer. Because like you do your 12 rep max and like ascend in order. Like sure, like the first few rounds you're like, oh okay, this is kind of easy and everything, but once you start doing 6, 7, 8, because the build-in fatigue and everything, you really start to feel it in the later rounds and everything. So like this is definitely a good way to end the challenge. So it's the challenge is the bane of your existence. So like if you want to go try it, and of course you don't necessarily need to do the 3 exercises of the dumbbell bench press, bicep curls, and the squats. What you could do is quite possibly do it this way, and then add in like do it with other exercises, in a sense. Like you could like have them doing like the bench press, the bicep curls, and the squats. What you can then do is take that concept, flip it, and then maybe do like something like rows and then like maybe like a tricep, like a overhead tricep extension, and then like I do deadlifts. There's another using the same kind of bane of your existence concept with 3 different exercises, and like you can kind of see like how you can create like an overload for yourself, but just by switching it up with doing 3 exercises and doing the ascending order of reps like every single minute and everything. So the great thing about a month-long program like this is like I have found that it's perfect coming off like if you're doing like a 3 or 4 month program. You might be like psychologically and mentally or mentally drained or whatever. Like, oh, do I really want to get into another 3 month program? This is where something like this comes in handy. So like you can kind of get like oh, hey, here's a month program. So like you can kind of do like, in a sense, like a concept of a sprint program. Like after a month, you're like, oh, okay, so I'm finally done this program, even though it was only a month. And then it can kind of rejuvenate you into getting into like another 3 or 4 month program. So now for me, I'm getting into All American Muscle up next, and that's a 4 month program. So I'm not going to have another review of the Athlete X program for like another 4 months. So in the meantime, I will be doing a lot of other content to kind of fill the review gaps in between now doing Bane and doing All American Muscle.